Hey, happy Saturday. How's everyone doing? Welcome to the stream. Wow, thank you so much. Hype train already on the intro. I really appreciate it. How's it going? How's everyone doing? Happy Saturday. Different hat today because my hat, actually, my wife called and said, hey, did you know your hat is in the recycling bin? The hat I always wear. I was like, that's where it is. Yeah, maybe I'm losing it. Maybe I'm losing it. No joke. Hey, thanks for the resub. Who was that? Sorry, I'm all over the place. Takano, resub, Prime, 25 months. Thank you so much. I'll get into notifications here in like, give me 2 seconds. But yeah, so my hat is in the recycling bin. No idea. I know how it is. I know how it happened. I had my hands full and I was bringing out all of the recycling and I had my hat on top of it because I was going to bring it with me and I threw it in the recycling bin. Luckily, my wife looked in the recycling bin, so I'm gonna have my old hat back here soon. Anyways, yeah, so how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here on this Saturday. I'll call them off because we're in a hype train. Let's go. Let's call them off. So real quick, I'll start from the bottom. This happened just a little bit a while ago. Start here. CS, Cyber, Sater, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Touchbase, thanks for the follow. Mr. Monsoon, resub, tier 1, 6 months, let's go. Thank you. Hey, how's it going? Let's go, Tim. How's it going, Mr. Monsoon? Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Xavier Diaz, resub, tier 1, 11 months, man. Almost a year. Thank you so much, man. One more month until the Twitch baby. What? You're having a Twitch baby? I know what you mean. 1 year old Twitch baby. It's getting weird. Henry has sub Prime. Thank you so much for spending your Prime sub on me. Henry. I'm going with Henry, but it's spelled different, but appreciate it. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Mathnees, resub, tier 1, 24 month streak, 2 years. That's a 2-year-old Twitch baby. Dude, thank you so much, Mathney. How's it going? Good to see you. Yakto, how's it going, my man? Resub Prime, 3 months. Thank you so much. And Takano, I called that one out, but how's it going, man? Good to see you. Resub Prime, 25 months. A 1 year and 1 month Twitch baby. This is getting weird. It's okay, though. Yeah, what are you guys up to? How's the weather? I'll start with the weather. Weather is actually great in Minnesota. Like, this is, like, incredible. Whoa, hey, Mesmeroth. Mesmeroth has resub Prime, 3 months, 1 month streak. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Weather in the Midwest, at least for Minnesota, we're kind of the north of the Midwest, but it's unseasonably warm and it is awesome. Like, I think it's going to be up to 70 degrees and like 50 at night, which is like perfect for me. Real dry. It's been dry, like in this forever drought. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with fall being dry because I like to see the leaves stay up, and I like for the leaves not to be wet and all of that. But yeah, as you guys are seeing, my server is participating in the lights. And I'll talk about that here in a second. But anyways, weather's great. Hopefully the weather's great where you are. Hopefully we're out of hurricanes and out of, I don't know, there's all the stuff that can happen. I hope weather's good for you. So, yeah, they're working. All right. So, let's roll into that really quick. I'll talk about what I've been working on. You guys probably know what I'm working on. If not, you can see back there, the Storinator has, let it get in focus. Oh, when it goes in focus, you can see my terrible cable management. It looks, when I got the bokeh on there, it kind of looks okay. When it goes into focus, it's like, whoa, Tim, what are you doing? But if you can see back there, my Storinator now has RGB lights. That's something I've been working on. Something that I put out this morning. As you guys know, last week on the stream, I was tearing that thing apart, and I took it mostly apart. And we took out the power supply, swapped out the power supply. Well, this week, throughout the week, I actually started replacing everything. So I replaced the fans, replaced 2 sets of fans. I found a ZigBee controller that I can control with Home Assistant or you name it. Any ZigBee hub will work with it because ZigBee's open spec. Connected to my Philips Hue and then added it to my scene, and then now my code can change the lights on the server. That server's gonna get a new home soon. I have a new rack. It's all in boxes. I can't wait to unbox it and show it to you guys. But until then, it's going to be there. So I thought this morning, I was like, oh yeah, server's in here. It's hooked up to my hub now. I'll just add it to my scene and reprogrammed it. So if you change the lights in here, it's also going to change the lights on my server fan. I might keep that. I might keep that for a while. And if you guys change the lights in here, it'll just change in the server rack when it goes there. Who knows? So anyways, so that's what I've been working on, trying to figure out this whole like ZigBee, RGB, get RGB fans in your server. I know it's not the greatest accomplishment, but I think the biggest takeaway for me was I figured out how to program, RGB fans using ZigBee and not use, proprietary software that's on a motherboard or anything like that. As you know, it's a server. I wasn't going to install software like OpenRGB on my server just to control lights. I thought, no, we'll take that intelligence out. I already have stuff that does that around here. So it was just a matter of like finding the right controller and getting it hooked up to my server and then hooking it up to the right fans. And then, all the stuff I did during the video today. So anyways, that was this morning. This is now. So what are you guys working on? Let me know. Throw it in chat. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about tech. I feel like it's been a while since I talked about tech because last week I was just, kind of top down fixing that server and ripping out the power supplies. Whereas this week I actually get to hang out with you guys. So I'm super, super stoked. As you noticed, I started a little bit early today. That was on purpose because I have to leave a little bit early today. A buddy of mine's in town. Actually, he lives here now. He moved back to Minnesota from Silicon Valley, and he invited me to dinner. And he lives, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes away. So I do have to leave a little bit early. So that's why I started early. So I prepared. So anyways, let's get into chat. If you have something you're working on, something you're excited about, something you want to share, absolutely throw it in chat and let's talk about it. I'll start from the top. We'll work our way down and we'll go from there. So let's go and see who was here first. I know who was here first because I looked at it. And the first person here, it's funny because the first person here who actually said something was Xavier D. You were the first person. You said, hey, first. But then Mafney followed up right afterwards and said no. So Mafney must have been sitting in there waiting for someone to say first. Oh, I love it. So how's it going, Xavier D? How you doing? I saw you were super excited in Discord about some homelab sales and selling some SSDs and stuff like that. So I'm super excited for you too. I think you're getting some more hardware and more stuff to add to your servers. So that's pretty awesome, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mr. Monsoon, you weren't first. It was Xavier D. and then technically it was Mafney, but yeah, that one's hard to figure out. Introverted Mouse? No, not first. John 5E, 5S. Whole lot of letters. Sorry, apologize. Good afternoon, Tim. Good afternoon. How are you guys doing? I'm doing pretty good. It's a good day. I always feel super excited after I get a video out. It's like a huge relief. But then there's all kinds of anxiety that comes after you release one too, and it never stops. It's like the anxiety from releasing one now starts to pile on to the anxiety of creating the next one. And so it's, I know it sounds like I'm complaining. I'm not at all. Just trying to help you guys understand that, man, it's a lot of work. And for me personally, like mentally, it gives me a lot of anxiety. I'm sure other people handle it just fine, but for me, it's a lot. So anyways, because I've kind of been an introvert for a long time, and all of a sudden, the last couple of years, I'm not I'm not in person, but publicly, I always was, but I guess not anymore. But yeah, so I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. Introverted Mouse, hi, hope all is well. Hey, speaking of introverted, I don't know if that was subliminal or not, but yeah, I'm doing well. Let's see, Introverted Mouse, VPN, that's what you're working on. Awesome. So when you say VPN, does that mean you are, I assume hosting your own? Is it WireGuard? Is it OpenSSL? If it's not, then maybe you're setting up a VPN client to connect to a public VPN. I don't know. But I'm betting you're setting up VPN. I think I know the audience. I'll probably be way wrong, but probably setting up VPN to get back into your home. So that's pretty awesome. That's good to have in place. That'll save your butt one day. Set that up and test it before you go out of town, before you go out of the country. You know, test it from a mobile device, test it from your tablets, test it from your laptops, wherever you use it. Test it and make sure you don't just test it in your home. You know, test it outside of your home on a different network too. So awesome. Sorry, I'm going with Derek. Derek. I don't know. Anyways, about to rack my equipment for the first time. Awesome. Congratulations. That's always super fun. It's fun. It's fun. I'm curious. Is it? I assume networking. It's a little bit of servers. Probably a lot of cable management. Curious about the rack size too. It's super fun racking stuff. Coming up soon, I have to unrack and then rack. So that's not going to be too fun, but it kind of is fun because it's something new. Hey, Ratcher 007 has Prime sub. Thank you so much for spending your Prime sub on me. Thank you. Appreciate it. But good luck with your rack. Let us know in Discord if you need any help or advice. I've racked a few before. Mr. Monsoon, guacamole for the Colo stuff. Awesome. That's what you're working on. Awesome. Yeah, guacamole is pretty cool. If you're not familiar with guacamole, it's a web interface for you, kind of a launch pad for you to be able to remote into a bunch of different machines, basically a launch pad. So you can connect to a machine or a container behind your firewall, and from there launch into any server or services behind it. It supports RDP, SSH, a whole bunch of stuff, ENC. So pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. And so Colo, that's pretty awesome. I assume for game hosting and stuff like that. Pretty awesome, man. I'd love to hear more. Yakto, he's gonna make people jealous. Got 5 CM4s, so the Pis, with a desk Pi Super C, so building an LXC cluster. I also got a 4th rack. What? Man, a 4th rack. Okay, so let's break this down. Yakto had 2 racks. I think one got damaged in shipping, so they sent him another one. So he ended up, I think, with 3. And I thought 2 was too many. And so 3, I thought there's no way he's going to fill it. And he's already buying a 4th. Wow. Oh, I'm always so curious what you're doing up there in the Pacific Northwest, the Amazon data center in the Pacific Northwest, otherwise known as Yakto's Garage. AW Yakto. Man, sounds awesome, man. I'd love to see pictures. Dr. Cuddle, how's it going? Good to see you. Let's see. Blink, I'm here in the background. JTX, how's it going? Good to see you. Hopefully there's a way in the future to just listen to audio. So I apologize. I wish Twitch would do it too. So I totally agree. Let's see. Mr. Monsoon, just set up the homelab to work. Introverted mouse. So I homelab from my work computer. That's awesome. Yeah. That is awesome. I've done it too. Xavier D, reinstalling Proxmox on my servers today, trying to decide on a single SSD or ZFS mirror or the installs. I can't figure out how to expand the SSD, so if I replace Resilver, the extra 300 gig will not expand. I have auto expand on for the pool. Ideas? Maybe we can do a Discord hangout later while I do it. Yeah, I mean, you're doing everything that I've read you need to do. So I've never done it. I've resilvered discs. You know, I'm sorry, I resilvered, a disc in a pool when it fails, but I've never expanded the volume. And so I know that ZFS supports it, but not automatically. Well, certain versions of ZFS, I think, support it, not automatically. I haven't done it myself. I've read. Theoretically, I know you can, but I've never had to do it. And I know we talked about this in Discord. I think you were getting bigger drives. You have a mirror set up, and you want to swap out and get bigger drives. I mean, the advice that I've always heard is, replace, resilver one at a time, and then you can expand the volume. I think you just mentioned you have auto expand on. I think that's the flag. But I'm not sure. It should work. But there are a lot of ZFS experts too in Discord, I'm sure, who have done this before. Strangely enough, I've never had to do that. I should do it in a lab sometime. Just in my home lab, just spin up just create 2 quick disks and create a ZFS pool, a mirrored, and then expand or take one down, pass it around, put in another, and then see if I can expand it, because I've never done it. Theoretically, I know it's possible, but yeah, man, I'm sure lots of people in Discord are like, oh yeah, you just do this, and but I've never done it. I'm not glad that I haven't done it. I would love to do it, so I know how to do it. But I guess I'm glad I haven't been in that situation yet, because that situation sounds painful. With you in a mirror, it sounds relatively easy, but when you get into larger pools, then that ends up equaling dollar signs. Let's see, Dr. Cuddle, installing kubevip with BGP towards pfSense. Cool stuff. Wow, that is pretty awesome. I have seen that kubevip supports BGP. I haven't done it yet. I think I'm just using ARP for mine, for my load balancer. Pretty awesome. And then you're doing it with pfSense. BGP is like a whole different world I don't know anything about. It's like this black box for me, and I know that I should probably know more about it. But it's just something I've never really had to deal with at all. But pretty awesome. I'd love to follow along. You should post in Discord your steps or what you're doing. Reason Tech, man, these email alerts are clutch. Literally gets me every week. Email alerts? Oh, with Twitch, I think they do. I think they'll do both. They'll do anything you sign up for. I think you're talking about that, but. Glad to see you, Reason Tech. How's it going? Sigor, how's it going? Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Takano, let's see. Takano, I've officially annoyed my school's IT department. Walked in with a cart of 15 non-working laptops that needed Windows to be reinstalled. They looked like they wanted me to disappear. Oh, I bet. No, you keep pushing them. That's the only thing that's going to make people or things or people or processes, I should say processes, better. Is to, question the status quo and try to stretch the limits. So I like it. Oh, man. So when are you going to be on their payroll is what I want to know. When are you going to be on their payroll? I think you were doing a whole bunch of stuff for your school, too. So that's pretty awesome, Takana. Good to see you. Reason Tech, hey y'all, how's it going? GCX Life, working on my album and taxes. Oh, taxes. You're not in the U.S. I don't know when tax day outside the U.S. is. Taxes from last year, this year, or just getting organized for next year. I'm like, I don't even think about taxes until about end of March. I know I need to do them, but I'm just kind of like, just ride this one out. And I usually do it the weekend before they're due. That's just my thing. I don't know why. I'm pretty good at procrastinating. I'm also getting stuff done, good at getting stuff done on time. But, for me, on time is the deadline. So I get it down a couple days before that. So Reason Tech, turn it up. Yeah, the music in the beginning. Yeah. Reason Tech, what's up, man? How's it going? Lucky man, hello, this is RGB heaven. Thank you. Yeah, it never ends. I seriously have it now in my server. I have it on the back of my TV over there, and then it's already everywhere around here. If I could, I don't know, get a RGB, armband thing, I totally would. Or if my watch band could be RGB. Ooh, that's bright. PC Geek, weird place for a hat. Yeah, it is. It is a weird place for a hat. I totally agree. If my wife didn't find it, it would be gone, and it would have been a mystery. You know how things disappear? That's how things disappear. You put your hat in the recycling bin. Oh, man. Reason Tech, gaslighting. She's throwing it out on you. No, she's the one that called me. It was the funniest thing. She just called, about 2 hours ago. She's like, did you know your hat is in the recycling bin? She's like, I thought someone from the alley just threw it in there. Yeah, I'm losing it. No, like I said, I was carrying out 3 bags of recyclables, and I tucked the hat under there so I could bring it with me last night. And then when I threw it in the recycling bin, then it all went in there. So dark mode's not so cool now with the server lights off, though, for sure. Maybe it is. JCX, it's about to beat your last record. Keep up the support. No idea what that means. It says about to beat your last record. Keep up the support. No idea what that means. I don't know. I assume in Twitch it's telling you that. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't see it in my chat, but maybe it's just yours. I don't know. Maybe. Cyber. Hiya. How's it going? Dr. Cuddle, take a hint about the hat. Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it. If I ever lose that hat, it's going to be a sad day. I mean, that's the hat I wear in almost every single video if I wear one. And this is my backup hat. And that's the only one I wear backwards. Sometimes I wear this one backwards, but I like to keep this front because it's just like totally flat. I don't bend it one bit. But yeah, I need to find more hats. Need more hats. Yeah, I totally agree. Xavius, 8-month streak. 8-month streak. Thank you. Reason Tech, I'm still sub thanks to PC Geek. Hey, thanks PC Geek. Thanks for gifting a sub, I assume. Gifted. Let's see. Have you done anything with Stable Diffusion? No, I haven't. I have not. I apologize, John. Nothing. Zero. Not that I'm aware of. Maybe I've done it without knowing, but I don't think so. It sounds a little bit complicated. Maybe there's a 5-minute breakdown where I could understand it, but not that I know of. I haven't. I do apologize. PC Geek. Yeah, man. J Michael. Is that or JC? I'm going with Mikel. I need to do port mirroring for NTPO-NG. Whenever I install it on pfSense, the pfSense machine craps out. Has anyone ever done this? I can't find a video. I haven't. Port mirroring, I have not. I've heard of it, haven't done it. Hey, dude, Geeky Rand, what's up, man? Geeky Rand, thank you so much. Dang, man. Geeky Rand, gifted 5 tier 1 subs. How's it going, Geeky Rand? Let's see. The Night Arch, FW Hope, Irio, Cloud, Earthfld, and Linux Tips. Enjoy your gifted sub from Geeky Rand. How's it going, Geeky Rand? If you didn't notice, I give you a little shout out in the last video. It actually helped tell the story, but in the beginning of last stream when I was talking about how much I had to take out of the server, I thought it was going to end at like just taking out the power supply and then, maybe taking out a couple other pieces and clipping. But no, you said right away it's going to be a full rebuild, and you were certainly right. So thank you for that clip too, because that kind of helped tell the story. But how's it going? Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Xavius D, 2 year and 1 month. 2 year and 1 month baby. Twitch baby. It's getting so weird. I like it though. I love nonsense. Nonsense is my most favorite humor. Not everyone. I don't know. I love nonsense. Almost as much as dad jokes. Probably a little more. Just wild, crazy nonsense. So. Xavius D, overcast here in Fargo. Nice, man. It's I'd say it's a little overcast here, but we just got this rush of warm air, and it's feeling like late summer more than it is closer to winter. So it's kind of nice. I mean, I have shorts on right now. It's funny. Like I yesterday I was working from home, and the day before it was so cold that like my bird bath, the water in there was frozen and everything. And so I went out in the morning with like winter jacket, winter hat, and let the dogs out. And then my neighbor, she comes out and like yoga stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's like 65 degrees out here. I probably look like a weirdo, like a more weirdo than I normally look like. And I was like, hey. Oh, and she was probably like, why is he in winter garb? I don't know. But anyways, overcast in Fargo, I'll take it. I like overcast days. I'm a huge fan of overcast days for sure. Rayanne, hi Techno Tim, first time here. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Though I've been following you on YouTube for a while. Yeah, thanks for being here. Different energy. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for crossing that huge chasm and coming all the way from YouTube to Twitch. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Thank you so much. Crack Kitty. Oh yeah, he redeemed dark mode. Yeah. Oh man, one day I'm gonna contribute to this open source project that I'm using, because I complain about it, and it's not a real complaint, but it would be a real complaint if I had no way to change it, but because it's open source and it's written in JavaScript, I probably can be the change I want to see. So I'm not going to complain about it, because it does well. It just doesn't do everything well. PC Geek, it was 26 this morning at the condo. Oh yeah, that's chilly, man. That's chilly. That's freeze your bird bath weather. that is for sure. It's a little bit too chilly for me. I mean, it's okay. Like if it's dead winter and it's 26, that's awesome. But if it's 26 in October, that's a little bit chilly for me. But in winter, 26, that's like, hey, that's close to shorts weather in Minnesota. But as long as it's winter. Because, you know, it could be negative 26 here, and then it's really cold. But when it gets negative 26, I mean, as soon as it gets to be about 30, 35, people will put on shorts on around here. It's awesome. Reason Tech, I never received some sort of Twitch record level 2 thing. Somebody help, I'm confused. Yeah, I'm confused too. I think JCX was just talking about that. I'm confused too about this level 2 thing. You guys are like leveling up in my channel. I'm cool with that, but I too am not sure what's going on. I'm gonna go with Derek. Care Derek. Oh, why is that so hard to say? I'm gonna go with Derek. Probably not. Weather is amazing in Michigan too. Yeah, you guys are right across the pond from us, right across the lake. Yeah, for sure. You guys are right up there. Yeah. I bet it is. And you guys are probably a little past peak, depending on how far north you are in Michigan, as far as fall color. We're past peak now, but it's a great time. Fall is my favorite season. If I could have 60-degree overcast days and always be fall, I would be fine. I would be fine. Torquemada, K3, it sure is. It sure is. It is a lot of K3s in there. A lot of K3s. That's what I'll do. K3, I'll just go with K3 and drop the S. Bananas, yes. Pizza Geek, more like the RGB-nator. How would I say that? I like it, but how do I even say RGB-nator? RGB-nator? This is getting into be more nonsense. The RGB-nator. I like it, RGB-nator. I'll go with that. I like it. Reason Tech, LOL, it looks great if you're drunk. Yeah, I bet it does. Man, RGB makes everything next level, right? Just saying. I totally agree. It's like, you know what? This is great, but you know what would make it better? RGB. Yeah, thank you. Exactly. That's what would make it better. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm the same way. When I see stuff, I'm kind of the same way with a few things. Like one is definitely RGB, because when I see things that, you know, could be lit up a little bit, just lighting in general. Like I love lighting. I'm not like great at lighting, but I love light. I love changing light. I love, you know, changing the colors, the temperature, even turning on a different light in the room at a different time of day just makes a room feel different. I don't know. I've always been weird that way. But I love it. Like sometimes when I was younger, I would move my lamp into the corner of the room because it just gave everything a different feel. And I'm still like that now, except for I have light blasting at me from every direction. But I do agree that it makes things better. Light does, especially RGB, makes things better. I'm the same way with technology. Every time I'm out in the wilderness, you know, not that I go out in the wilderness a lot, but I'm always like, you know what would make this better? Some technology somewhere, like, you know, some cameras, maybe. I don't know. I do the same thing, but I totally agree. RGB makes everything better. I like that saying. Mafney, unboxing rack stream next. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, maybe. Oh, I like that. Maybe. I kind of need to hustle on this one. I can't take as long as I took on this one to get out. This one was a little more complicated than the rest of my videos. Every time I do a hardware video, it takes so long to put together. You know, the one from today was 10 minutes long, maybe 11 minutes. But you know, I've been working on it on and off for like 3 weeks. It's a ton of work, and every time I think that like, hey, great, you know, my storyline's done. Now all I need to do is B-roll. No, like once you get into editing and splicing B-roll, it just takes a long time. So I would love to do the unboxing on the stream if I can wait until next Saturday to unbox it. That's the only thing. Or maybe surprise stream midweek, random. I don't know. The other thing is the server rack is big. You know, I have to do some kind of top-down or wide-angle shot to be able to do it. I'm not going to haul the server rack up in here. I'm on the second floor. I'm not going to haul it up to here to unbox it, but it does sound fun. But then it'll kind of, then you'll see parts of it. Whereas probably my next video is going to be where I actually put it together and assemble it. But I am super excited for this. This is the rack that I've wanted for a long time. And actually that company reached out to me. It was like serendipity. It was pretty awesome. So it's going to be awesome. I mean, I've only seen them on their website. So, I mean, I've never seen one in person, but it's pretty awesome. It's exactly the one I want. Exactly the one I want. And I'm just so excited. I'm super excited too because I don't have any room left in my server at all, in my rack at all. I mean, that's half the reason why that's not in there. I have this whole like chain of dependencies, right? I get my Storinator, and then I was like, well, need to put RGB in it. And I'm going to put RGB in it because I want to put it in my server room, but I can't put it in my server room until I get a new rack. And then I have other goodies that are going in there that I can't put until I have, I can't put them in there until I get my rack done. So this building this rack is a big blocker. It's a big blocker. If this were Scrum, I would move all my tasks as blocked by this rack. But I have the rack now, so I can put it together. But it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. PC Geek, yeah, maybe run a rack cam in the corner. Yeah, I like it. I like where you're going with that. Yeah, and then maybe I could still just keep the point one at the server still so you could kind of see the lights in the server rack. I like where you're going with that one. Yeah, I do. Funny, it wouldn't even be that hard because I have cameras in my server room. So really, all I would have to do is just take in an RTMP stream and put it somewhere. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, we'll talk. I like it. Yeah, it would be cool. I totally agree. It would be cool for sure. Keep an eye on the RGBinator. I need to. This doesn't roll off the tongue like Craftinator or something. I need a cool name for my server. So far, it's just been like my server or the Storinator. RGBinator. I like it. RGBinator. RGBinator. I'm putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable. It's just hard for me to say. But during the stream, once it's racked, keep an eye on the RGBinator. Oh, I can't do it. I was going to say Timinator, but that doesn't sound cool at all either. During the stream, once it's racked. Yeah, for sure. CS Cyber, a Dell R710 for my home lab. Awesome. 710. I had a 710 for about a year and a half. Loved it. It was my everything for a long time. It was my single server with 20 virtual machines, with TrueNAS, with everything. It's basically like, a small business server that was only Proxmox and then everything in it. And it was, did me well, and it held its value too. I sold it for exactly what I paid for it, like almost 2 years later, which is pretty awesome. But it's a lot of machine. And it's awesome. It's awesome for sure. Reason Tech trying to figure out PFSense. I hear you. Me too. Still, no. Well, there's a lot of people that are really well versed and experts at PFSense in our Discord. I know I've said this a few times, but there's a lot of people definitely willing to help that have a ton of experience. I think collectively probably 1,000 years of experience in our Discord server, especially in the networking channel. Pros in there for sure. Xavius, Techno Temp, reinstalling Proxmox on my server today. I can't decide on a single SSD or a ZFS mirror on the installs. Yeah, good call. I can't figure out how to expand the SSD to replace a replace and resilver. The extra 300 gig will not expand. I have I think you posted this already, but and we talked about it unless I hit it again. Yeah, I like I said, like theoretically I know it works. I've never done it. And I should test it at some point too. But also going back to your single SSD or ZFS mirror, and I think you said this in Discord too, like it just depends on how in the event of a failure, are you okay with rebuilding your server? I get it that you're going to have your containers, your LXC containers and your VMs backed up, but you won't have your configuration backed up. You won't have any of that stuff. Like the definition of your, kind of, sort of. I mean, if you have backups and you restore them, then you're kind of fine. If you're okay with doing that. But, like reconfiguring your server, reconfiguring, your ZFS pool, the IP settings, like if you're okay with rebuilding it, I would say go with one drive. But if you have two drives and you have an extra port, why not? Because if one dies, then you just pop another one in and you have basically zero downtime. So Xavius, I was here 3 hours early last week. You are early. Sometimes I see like you posting at like 1 Central and I'm like, whoa. G6 banana. All right. Let's see. Recent tech. Just a tip. I was getting awful disk performance with my RAID Z1 Proxmox. This line of code fixed it today. So it was ZFS set sync disabled rpool. I know what that is. It basically doesn't. That's the flag to tell it to not do it synchronously. Sync synchronously. I've seen that flag too, and I've seen Tom Lawrence talk about it too for TrueNAS and kind of the pros and cons of not setting that flag on a ZFS pool. And as soon as I heard like, hey, it'll perform better by turning this off, I turned that off. But at the same time, I think that comes with, it comes with some caveats. I think potential data loss. I think if you lose power, but could be wrong. Xavier said, I call shenanigans. Mapney had to have been in there to be able to see your message. Maybe. Recent tech took me a month to figure that out. Oh, that flag? For sure. Yeah, I would just be careful with that flag. Just read into that flag before doing it like I did. And, like I said, I heard performance. I was like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to be faster. Who doesn't want to be faster? But I think what you lose out in is the fact that if there's a power outage that you could lose some data. So your mileage may vary. Let's see, Takano. The real kicker about those laptops is because how old they are, and they have only been able to get 4 done. We requested the installation of Corel Draw X6 and GIMP, so that's what takes the majority of their time. Resident sleeper. Oh man, yes. I know. I know. It's Oh man. You get ready for corporate America, Takano. That's all I'm saying. Get ready for corporate America. You think things are slow in your university? The bigger the company you get to, the slower things get. Unfortunately, it really depends on the company, but most of the time that's true. Speed does not scale with the size of the organization, as you're finding out while you're still in school. Apache, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. GCX, isn't turning off sync a bad idea because it stops ZFS from being able to do synchronous threads? Yeah, which is part of how it works. Usually only hear of disabling sync for testing raw speed. Yeah, it's kind of what I was saying, but you nailed it. That's what I heard too. Tom Lawrence, in all of his infinite wisdom about ZFS and TrueNAS, has something that talks exactly about this. And he discusses the pros and cons. So yeah, if that's kind of what I was hinting at too, is that you're basically, you could lose data if you have a power outage or something happens, because you're basically disabling, synchronous writes, which synchronous usually means blocking, which it is, but you want to make sure that the thing is done instead of just fire and forget asynchronous. So Henry, I'm going with Henry because I'm probably mispronouncing that, but it's easy to say. pfSense and Pi-hole, awesome. Good pair. I know a lot of people, great pair. I love them both. Yes, more of that. Recent tech, I just ran everything on boot SSDs. Maybe that's why. I kind of do too. Recent tech, how now, brown cow? How brown? I saw that one coming, so I was gonna read it. Takano, they even told me to ask my teacher if there's any way to get funding for new ones. Sadly, not this year though. But I'm tasked to help him in spring to help him plan a budget for next year. Hey, there you go. Man, that Takano is on his way to top. Pretty soon he'll be running that school. Xavier D, I swap out one for the 128 gig SSD, resilver, etc., reboot, and then do the other, but the pool stays at 128 gigs and doesn't expand and take up the leftover space of 500. Everywhere I read, I'm supposed to be able to do it to zpool online -e rpool, and it's supposed to adjust, but they aren't. Yeah, I got nothing on that. Like I said, all of mine is theoretical. Or I heard it might be better to use PF Blocker NG instead. Hey, Henry, I was when you were saying that, that's why I hesitated. I was going to say, why not use PF Blocker if you're already using pfSense? But then I was like, no, Pi-hole comes with more than just blocking, and it's good. But yeah, I mean, that's a good question. PF Blocker, I mean, it uses a lot of the same tech and lists, and it's all on the same device. It's one less thing to fail. And then you don't have to manage DHCP somewhere else. If you want to see, those charts, not that you would, and not that I do, but if you want to see, if you want to be able to block or allow by IP address, you have to use Pi-hole's DHCP. So yeah, I mean, unless I don't know, I don't know a good answer to that, because PF Blocker is pretty much everything you want. The only time I ever hear people, going to Pi-hole outside of PF Blocker is one, they want to have multiple DNS servers, which you still could either way. Or they just like the UI for Pi-hole better than PF Blocker. So I was going to say that, but I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole, but you brought it up. So I figured, let's go. Pop Mocha. Techno Tim, starting to move stuff over to local Git repo with Terraform for my VMs and the underlying containers. All right. I like it. So infrastructure is code. Let's do this. It's giving me pain, so I switched to getting some logging done. All right, okay, operations, I like it. Thought about doing Grafana, but Elk is used a lot more in my line of work, so that's the direction I'm headed. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Might also be doing some Kate soon, but I need to stop starting projects and not finishing. Funny you say that. I was talking about that earlier this week, I think, to PC Geek. But yeah, it's so I totally agree. Like a lot of businesses use the Elk stack. So it's Elastic, Logstash, and Kibana. Absolutely. If you go to any big organization, that's what they're using. And then a lot of times, sometimes they use Grafana for KPIs or metrics of stuff. The ones they want to bubble up and see, or sometimes, if they run web services, they'll wire Grafana up to that, or they'll have some kind of export from Kibana to do that. So, or you can create your charts or your dashboards from Kibana and export them to Grafana. So yeah, this is all good stuff. Yeah. So good luck. Sounds awesome. And I know what you mean about starting projects and not finish them. I used to do that a lot, and now I've gotten really good at putting my blinders on, to my own detriment sometimes, because then I don't stop doing what I'm doing until I'm done. And sometimes there's no done in sight, and I haven't defined what done is, so I keep doing the same thing. Sometimes I have like the opposite of ADD, where I'm too hyper focused on something and I will not give up until I finish it. Which is good a lot of the times, but it's not good for multitasking or for being able to handle multiple things at once. For example, my server rack. It's in the boxes still. I mean, how many times have you received something in the mail and just not even opened the box? I mean, that never happens. But ever since I started doing YouTube stuff, I'm just like, I don't even want to open boxes anymore, because they'll go down rabbit holes of looking at stuff and figuring out stuff before I finish what I'm doing. So I told myself, I am not going to open those boxes for my server racks until this video that I released today is done. And it takes a lot of training to be able to do that. I've gotten better at it. For sure. But I was the same way, where I just start something, stop something. It's new shiny or squirrel everywhere. And I've learned to focus. I think programming actually helped me do that, because, writing software and writing code, distractions aren't just something that distracts you for the time of the distraction. When you get distracted, and you guys know this, if you program or if you do anything that takes a lot of mind work, when I get distracted or distracted from writing code, it's not just, hey, I was interrupted for 30 seconds, get right back on it. No, it's like, where was I? What was my train of thought? What was I trying to figure out? Where's my cursor? What was I debugging? Now the logs have flown through, and now I got to go back and find the logs and resort and all this stuff. So I think because of that, I've gotten really good at just really focusing on stuff. I don't know if I'm connecting the dots, but I think programming helped me do that, to be able to just really focus on one thing versus 20. Like I said, to my own detriment sometimes. So, but it sounds awesome. Finish one of them. Finish one to completion, then go on to the next. But when you have that many awesome tech stacks to play with at home, I mean, it's all good. It's all good. Reason Tech, interesting. Proxmox is cool because it's easy to set up, but man, it threw the weirdest issues at me. Yeah. I've been pretty fortunate that Proxmox has been pretty good for me. The only time I had weird issues was around 5-ish. As soon as I got into 6 and 7, it's rock solid. Like 0, yeah, it's been rock solid for me. I'm super happy with it for sure. There's flashing before there's things happening. Oh, that's a bug in my code. I kind of know what that is. That's gonna bug me, but I'll try not to try. Oh, there it goes. I know what it is. I know why it did that, but I was like, either there's a notification coming in or a bug in my code. Signs point to bug in my code. PC Geek, I'm trying to figure out how to get my internal DNS domains to resolve over IPsec site to site VPN between PF senses. I can ping the IPs on my remote home network, but DNS, no bueno. Oh, that one's tough, man. That one's tough. I mean, that's very similar to like when it takes site-to-site VPN out of it, but even just doing, a client-server scenario, trying to get to resolve domain names from the internal network from the client. It's tough, man. It's tough. Usually there's a lot of settings and checkboxes you got to check and firewall rules you got to apply. Different, TCP 53 is DNS, I think. Dude, good luck. I mean, it's in good hands. You know what you're doing, but man, that one's tough, especially when it's, site-to-site VPNs. When VPNs are involved, it's just kind of like, who knows what's going to happen? I mean, at least for me, because I'm not a huge network person, but I totally get what you're trying to do. And you can ping them, but ping is ICMP. So yeah, I don't know. It's on a different stack. Ping is then DNS. So I don't know. I don't know. You got it though. You got this. Reason Tech. The amount of times I said it should work with Proxmox is insane. Yeah, it should work. It should work. I say I'm a firm believer in it should work. Because most of the time you're not wrong. Whether it works is up for debate. Xavier D, I've even created a VM with Proxmox and did it all with 2 disks in the same thing. Can't get them to expand. Yeah, I wish I knew, man. I wish I knew. Like I said, I need to try it myself. But I'm sure someone in Discord's done it. I'm sure they have. Either that or we've all set our pools big enough and haven't had to expand yet. JCX, for Proxmox boot disk, I usually just use a raw disk for the OS and VM drive, or most a RAID 1 mirror with MDAM, basically is, I think, software RAID in Linux, and just make sure backups or HA is configured. No point for me of having ZFS level integrity on live machines. For me, the overhead isn't worth it. Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, that's definitely a trade-off. Overhead in general. For redundancy. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Maybe I should have done mine like that to begin with, because my solid states are pretty solid. But I fear that if 1 or 2 die, then I have a lot of restoring to do. JCX, don't remind me of the nightmares of BGP. I'm glad I'm not responsible for announcing any routes anymore. Yeah, you're a huge fan of BGP. You understand it well. You were first to come to mind when BGP came up. You understand this stuff well. I don't. I don't. I'll be the first to say, I don't understand it. I need to read more about it. PC Geek, when it comes to BGP, say no lull, nothing but problems if it fails. When it comes to BGP, say no lull. Yeah, it's funny because I probably use it all the time and I don't even know. But I just don't. I haven't had any experience with it. Reason Tech, any experience with Tailscale, Headscale, Techno Tim, or anyone else? No. To be honest, no. I mean, Tailscale, I totally get the tech. It's using WireGuard, and it's a way to securely connect or join 2 networks together, devices together. But I haven't used it. Not yet. Xavius, I may just change over to a single Samsung 500 gigabyte SSD installs for Proxmox on my servers, keep the extras for backups, and call it done. Yeah, that works too. Funny, I have a stockpile of 500 gig SSDs because speaking of my 710 that I used to have, that was filled with 500 gig SSDs, and how quickly I went through those. Now I have gig SSDs. I have 4 1 gig SSDs in 2 of them. And I'm kind of running out of space there too. Kind of waiting for 2 and 4 gigs to come down a little bit more than they are now. I mean, they keep coming down. I'm happy with that. But at the same time, now that 2 terabyte, sorry, I'm saying gig, but I meant terabyte. Now that 2 terabyte are coming down, so are 4 terabyte ones coming down. So it's like if I just kind of, you know, if I can squeak along a little bit longer on my 1 terabytes, maybe 4s will come down. Sorry, I need to get a drink. I am yelling. My voice is getting hoarse. Let's see. PC Geek, you will get an email alert for a Twitch alert if your smart alert settings are turned off. Oh yeah, this is all coming back to me now because I remember I used to get bombarded with channels that I followed, and I think I turned all of the email stuff off or smart alerts. But good call, JCX. That would be the fastest disk access. Second would be M RAID 1, so software RAID 1, Xavier's D. So long as you've got good backups or HA configured, it doesn't matter. ZFS is really. No, I agree. It just depends on how much downtime you want, if any, you know. Xavier's went to make a couple buffalo chicken wraps for lunch. Tortillas are too small, so buffalo chicken taco instead. So random. I love it. So random. So yeah. I mean, that's a good point. I mean, a wrap is just a big taco or kind of a burrito. I like it. PC Geek Master Procrastinator. Yeah, I think I've gotten really good at procrastinating, but it's not to the point where I push things off beyond their due date. So I still get everything done by the time it needs to be done. Sometimes a little bit before, sometimes right before. But I'm really good at pushing it back. And I think because I'm also good at working under pressure, so I kind of do it to myself. Because I know I know I perform optimally under pressure. So if I just procrastinate on everything, I know I'll be performing optimally for a long time. I would love to put that on my I don't know, my my goals. It's Derek. Got it. All right. Oh, it's Derek spelled backwards, then forwards. Oh, it is. Yeah, with 3s. Lead speak backwards. Start from the middle. I like it. All right. Oh, but like a mirror. Kind of mirror. Anyways, it's Derek spelled backwards, then forwards. So you're working on a 25U open frame. Nice. Unified networking equipment, pfSense router, just a small HP Think server, and an NAS so far. Nice. Hoping to pick up some enterprise gear eventually. Yeah, awesome. You know, that's awesome. I would say, you know, if everything's running well, maybe you don't need enterprise gear. I mean, doesn't always call for it, but you can get some good deals. But hey, sounds like a pretty awesome rack. It's bigger rack than mine. You have 25. I think I'm at 18. So, well, not for long. JCX, my accountant left me in the lurch, so I have to do a couple of years back taxes for my company. Ooh, that stinks. Otherwise, I keep getting charged €100 per month, but yeah, health keeps getting in the way. That stinks. Ooh, back taxes. Yeah, I do my own taxes. I've done them. I've always done my own taxes. I think there was like 1 year where I had an accountant do them. I'm talking like a long time ago. And I just do them myself now. I kind of enjoy it. Because I understand, like, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't understand tax codes and stuff like that. But I kind of understand, like, you know, where money's going, why I didn't get certain tax breaks, rather than just this big reveal from an accountant who says either I owe a lot of money or I don't owe a lot of money, and having to ask why, and read papers. So, I mean, but to each his own. I enjoy doing it. So, but again, I push it off. I am always the last weekend before the tax due date. So it's the, second Tuesday in April, and I'm usually, that Sunday is my tax day. I set it aside. I think that's when it is. I tried to open a physical folder at my desk once by clicking on the computer desktop. I was so sleep deprived. Like double clicking on it, like open up, rename. Oh, about hype training. Oh, gotcha. I got you when it said leveled up. Gotcha. I got it now. Yeah, I'm connecting the dots. Takano, I wish. I've been doing a lot. to get this fabrication program on its feet. Regards to using new tech. Laser engraver fully running, plasma cutter running on an old machine. We tried it on a new PC and with a PCI to parallel card, but Plasma Cam doesn't like it for whatever reason. 2 desktops set up for students to design stuff, and now the laptop coming soon. Nice, man. I told you, you're going to be running that place soon. You're going to be running that place soon. Let's see. Oh, Hype Train now tells the audience if they're going to beat your last Hype Train. Oh, thank you. Yeah. I thought maybe that was something I only saw. But yeah, cool. Yeah, Twitch keeps adding more stuff. They keep adding more stuff for sure. I also keep bugging my teacher to get in contact with our laser manufacturer to get a new high-powered laser module purchased, since the one we have is 6 years old and it's AKA end of life. It's still chugging along, but can fail at any moment. Yeah, you stay on him. You stay on him. Every other week, homie. What's up, Kiki Ran? How's it going? I got this one. Let me get this one. Keisunishi. I'm going with that. Keisunishi. Sorry, my glasses plus this light is not working out for me. I'm gonna go with I'm going with K. Oh, that R is getting me though. It's Sunishi. Sunishi. That's what I'm going with. What's your next video going to be? Good question. I kind of talked about it. It's either going to be server rack or something else. Mainly because I do have some obligations, but I'm going to see if I can switch some around. But I really need to get my server rack, because my server rack, once I get that built, that opens up the door for all kinds of new stuff that I have in boxes that I want to put in there. And new content for sure, and new formats for content too. So I'm super excited to get back and doing some more hardware stuff, because I have a lot of hardware piled up. So I'm gonna say new rack, but you'll have to follow to be sure. But that's what I'm going with. It's that's my plan so far. I just need to kind of shift some stuff around. FX editor. Good afternoon. Hey, how's it going? Spoilers. Yeah, Mathney. Spoilers. Yeah, for sure. Geeky Rand, Techno Tim, I loot and I feel special. Yeah. Oh no, you guys help out a lot. For sure. I'm it was no problem at all. It's you guys are always in the channel. You guys are, pretty much everyone in Discord that talks is kind of part of my life, so I don't mind if I hope you guys don't mind that I mentioned you on YouTube on a video, but I appreciate it. I appreciate the help you guys give. Well, Mathney, snow here. Yeah, you always got snow there. You're even further north than I am, for sure. Hey, Plaid Magic has subscribed tier 1. Thank you so much, Plaid Magic. Thank you. JCX Life, push your changes. Yeah, for sure. Push your changes. Let's see. Rezatech, what's the reason for the preference of Twitch streaming versus YouTube streaming as a content creator? It just depends. I mean, this debate, it keeps swinging back and forth. And you see creators, either start on Twitch and then go to YouTube, or creators who just stay on Twitch, or who never tried Twitch. Give me a sec. It really just depends on kind of where you started. Like if you started with YouTube and you already have a YouTube channel and you want to do live streaming, like YouTube is going to be great. It's going to be great for you. It's going to be a great fit. You already have your audience and everything like that. Me, I started on Twitch. I started on Twitch before I did YouTube. So I did Twitch. I was just a live streamer for a while. And so I kind of built up my audience there. Then I built a YouTube channel and I built up an audience there. And so now I have kind of two audiences, which there's, I'm sure, 50% overlap, but not 100%. And so I kind of like being on two platforms, and then a lot of people, you see sometimes people leave Twitch to go to YouTube for whatever reason, but a lot of it is because they can create content on their same channel. YouTube will feed that content to people. Live streams, it's tough for me being on YouTube and Twitch. If you look at how many followers, and not that that means anything, how many subscribers on YouTube, Twitch is just a fraction of that. And so it's just a weird kind of dual ecosystem. And so some people don't want to do that anymore. And they're just like, I'll just do everything on YouTube. I'll do my shorts on YouTube. I'll do my longer format stuff on YouTube, and I'll do my live streaming on YouTube too. And that works. And that works for some people. But for me, I enjoy Twitch. I think Twitch has a great platform. I think it's one of the most interactive live platforms that are out there. I know that YouTube and everyone else is trying to do more stuff with live stuff, but I don't know. I like Twitch. I'm a huge fan. I've been for a long time. I've been here for a long time too. You know, I don't know, 3-4 years maybe. Ooh, it's getting up there. But you know, it basically comes down to how, you know, that content creator wants to manage their audience. I think that's what it boils down to. For bigger ones, it's, you know, who's going to pay them more. But, you know, for people like me, it's just like, where do I want to stream? You know, and I think at 99% of the people, it's where do I want to stream? What audience do I want to stream to? And so some people, you know, that's YouTube because they want to manage one channel, one platform. But for me, I've been doing 2 platforms for so long. I'm just keep doing it. I'm just keep doing it. So I don't know. It's you know, it depends on the creator, but I enjoy doing both. GCX, they can always say no if they don't want it. Oh man, I'm getting push your changes. Yeah. Geeky Rand, you're the #1 gift leader. You even have an icon and everything. Oh yeah, he is. Rayan, yeah, I got a shout out. Love, lots of love from the Netherlands. Hey, I'm going with Rayan. Yeah, of course a shout out. Everyone who posts in here gets a shout out if I get to it. If I get to it. And speaking of, ooh, shoot. Wasn't paying attention to time, having too much fun. I started a little early so I could end a little bit early, and now it's a little over that time. I'm going to look for mentions or things that like pop out as I scroll as fast as I can scroll without skipping over stuff, just to see if there's anything that someone wants to say directly to me. All right, I've scrolled for a while. This one, it looks like a new name, and I see my name, so here goes. Hi, Java Prime. I should click on it. Let's go here. Java Prime. Hi, Tim. Greetings from Germany. Moin, right? Moin. I learned that one a couple of months ago. I don't know why you salute, but I'm going to say moin and salute. Probably not what you do. Thanks for your content. I've built Proxmox K3s H8 cluster. Cool. Awesome. I went with Proxmox Ceph storage. Yeah. With Rook. All right. Instead of Longhorn. That was part of my homelab 100 days. Hey, awesome. Congratulations. Hopefully you're still doing 100 days of homelab. I'm doing 1,000 days of homelab. I'm on day 131. No, but that is awesome. So yeah, wow, you are like next level stuff on Kubernetes and K3s. So let's see, you've built a Proxmox K3s H8 cluster, awesome. And then with Proxmox, you use Ceph storage so that in K3s, then you can use Rook, which is kind of like your storage provider that connects to Ceph. So cool, man, so cool. I think OneDrop's a huge fan of that stack right there. That's awesome. I haven't done any Ceph or any Rook. I totally get it. I understand how it works, but that should have been part of my 100 days of homelab. Maybe that'll be part of my like 200 days, somewhere in there in between, because I need to know more about it for sure. And everybody says it's great. You know, it's kind of polarizing. A lot of people that like it love it, and then a lot of people who don't like it or haven't tried it says it's complicated. So I'm trying to figure out, you know, if there's something in the middle where it's like it's great for this, not great for this, and put something together. So I should at some point. There's a lot of Ceph content out there, but if I put it out there, it'll be my way and just how I understand it. And most of the time when I put out content, it's because I'm figuring stuff out. So I'm like, I'm going to document it anyway. So awesome. Java Prime. Keep going on the 100 Days of homelab. Awesome. Tag me in a tweet. I'd love to see. I try to go through the hashtag every day and read them. And I've been pretty good at it because I'm already tweeting my stuff too. So keep it up, man. Appreciate it. Our person. I can't tell from the name, but I'm going with that. Thank you. Hey, hey, that's about it. Right on time. Well, right on the old time. Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. Thank you so much. There was so much activity, so much text that I couldn't even get through it. So I appreciate it. If I skipped over your message, I do apologize. I do have a hard stop today. Like I said in the beginning, having dinner with a friend who just moved back from Silicon Valley, who now lives about a half hour, 45 minutes away. And so we got to be there in time, and I need to do all kinds of stuff. So is my wife. So anyways, I gotta wrap it up. So thank you so much. There was lots of subs, lots of gifted subs, and lots of follows. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's so awesome. If you want to continue this conversation, hop in our Discord. We have a Discord channel full of, we're almost at 8,000. I think we're at 7,700-ish people that are in our Discord that love to talk tech, that love to talk about stuff, or just even lurk. And I do lurk a lot too. I do lurk a lot too myself. If you need help getting that, thank you so much, JCX. There's a link right there. And if you forget how to get there, just go to discord.gg/technotim. We're a partnered server because Discord believes in what we're doing. So they offered us partnerships. So we said, sure, let's do this. So I'd love it if you join. And again, it's low ping, maybe one every couple of weeks. Basically, only my YouTube videos. Other than that, like I don't ping people because I know people try to manage their notifications. So, anyways, outside of that, hey, have a great week. I'll be in Discord later today, and then probably tomorrow for sure too. Working on the next video, gonna try to get that wrapped up, and at the same time, I will be back here. Next Saturday. Oh, that's a tough one. Next Saturday. I'll have to figure out next Saturday because long story. We're having a Halloween party. We are. So I gotta figure out timing. Anyways, I'll put something in Discord if I need to rearrange streaming. So anyways, have a great weekend. Take care, folks, and be good to each other. Take care.